Hi students, welcome back to SAKSHI FIITNEET ACADEMY. In this video session, we will learn about a IUPAC system of nomenclature part 2. So here in part 1, we learned about what is word root and what is a prefix. That means what are prefixes. So here prefixes are classified into 4 types. That is a number prefix, numerical prefix, a primary prefix, then secondary prefix. Commonly in organic chemistry, according to IUPAC system of nomenclature, that molecule's name is separated into 3 parts. That is a word root, prefixes and suffixes. So here what is word root? Simply the number of carbons present in the molecule are taken as a word root. Example here meth, eth, prop, but, pent, hex, hept, oct, non, like that. So what about the prefixes? Simply these gives the information about a secondary functional group on the parent chain as well arrangement of the parent carbons, whether cyclic or acyclic. This example, if the 6 carbons are there in a parent chain, that is a cyclic arrangement. So cyclohex. So here what is cyclo? That is a primary prefix. And what about secondary prefix? What type of substituent is present on that parent chain? Example chloro, bromo, iodo, methoxy, ethoxy, propyl, butyl, ethyl, like these are called secondary prefixes. And what about a number prefix and a numerical prefix? Number prefix, simple, its position of a substituent on a parent chain. What about numerical prefix? If more than one same type of substituents are there, like 2 chlorines on a parent chain, then dichloro. If 3 bromines are there, then tribromo, like this is a numerical prefix. So now in this session we will learn about suffixes. So what are suffixes and what is the information by these suffixes? Simple, again suffixes are classified into 4 types. Here number suffix, numerical suffix, then primary suffix, secondary suffix. What is number suffix? Simple, here commonly suffix means gives the information about a saturation or unsaturation. Means if any double bonds or triple bonds present in the molecule, that is given by whether saturated or unsaturated, like a carbon to carbon, if only single bonds are there, then we are taking N. Carbon to carbon double bonds are there, then we are taking a in. Like we are giving a saturation and unsaturation information by a suffix, as well the major functional group present on the parent chain. Major functional group present on the parent chain, that is we are giving as a secondary suffix. Secondary suffix. So what are suffixes and how can we write a suffixes? That is number, numerical, primary, secondary in the molecule. So let's begin. IUPAC system of nomenclature part 2. So here to understand clearly what are suffixes, here I am taking an example. So first I will try to write the name of this molecule, example name, then we will discuss what are suffixes. It's very easy. After writing the example, so here I am taking the molecule which is same which we are discussed in a first video. So here this is a molecule. So how can we start a IUPAC name of molecule? Simply first we need to select a parent chain. Select a parent chain, that is the first step. Then identify functional groups. Here we have a aldehyde functional group and here we have a 2 bromines bonded to this cyclic parent, and we have a double bond. So this is the information, that is second step. Then numbering to the parent chain, that is third step. Finally we need to follow that IUPAC system of nomenclature order. So now I am giving a numbering. Here this is a cyclic arrangement of 6 carbons I am taking as a parent chain. Here we have a aldehyde functional group, here we have a 2 bromines. So numbering should be from the carbon which is more priority, that means based on the substituent. Major functional group bonded carbon become more prior. So first carbon, here I can follow clockwise or anti-clockwise, that is based on the molecule. So here I can follow clockwise or anti-clockwise. In both the ways I will get a same information, I will get a same numbering. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Now we need to follow that IUPAC order. So what is IUPAC order? First write word root. So what is a word root here? It's a hex. It's hex. Now after hex, whatever the information we are taking, that is called a suffix. Whatever the information before hex we are taking, that is called a prefix, that is called prefix. So after X we need to take a saturated or unsaturated, the information about saturation or unsaturation. Here we have carbon to carbon double bond, carbon to carbon double bond, that means this molecule having a unsaturation at second position and at a fifth position. So I am taking the 2, 5. So what are these 2, 5? Simply positions of unsaturation. Here carbon to carbon single bond, only single bonds are there, that suffix become "-ane". The carbon to carbon double bonds are there, suffix become "-ine". Carbon to carbon triple bond is there, suffix become "-ine". So here we have 2 double bonds at second position, at fifth position. So I am giving a di. 2 double bonds are there now, so di. What about the unsaturation? It's double bond, so we should write "-ine", di-ine. Finally write about functional group. So what is a functional group here? That is a aldehyde functional group including this carbon, because this carbon is not added in a parent chain. So separately we should write functional group name as a suffix including this carbon. So it become carbaldehyde. So simply the information about saturation, unsaturation and a major functional group taking as a suffix. So what about the prefix? What about the 6 carbons arranged in a cyclic? So cyclo, very easy. This is called a primary prefix. And which substituents are there? This is a major, we are taking as a last suffix. So what about secondary? Bromines. How many bromines? 2 bromines. Position, fourth position. So simply 4, 4. 2 bromines, same substituents, di. So what about the name of that substituents? Bromo. So 4, 4, number prefix, di, numerical prefix, bromo, secondary prefix, cyclo, primary prefix, hex word root, 2, 5, number suffix, di, numerical suffix, in, primary suffix, carbaldehyde, secondary suffix. So simply what about the name here classified into 3 parts: word root, here suffix, then prefix. So now we are discussing about this suffix classified into 4 types. First one is a number suffix, next numerical suffix, then primary suffix, next secondary suffix. So what is number suffix? Position of double bond or triple bond or functional group. Functional group is at first position, that's what we are not writing position. So position of a unsaturation, or so what is information by this? Numerical, number suffix, position of unsaturation or major functional group. Very easy. What about numerical suffix? Simple. If same type of unsaturation, that means if 2 double bonds, 3 double bonds, 4 double bonds, like given by di, tri, tetra. If triple bonds are there, 2 triple bonds are there, here di-ine, tri-ine, 3 triple bonds are there. If example tri-ine, if more than one same type of functional group is there, then we are writing a di, tri, tetra, penta. So that is called a numerical suffix. Now what about primary suffix? It gives the information about saturation or unsaturation. So if the carbon to carbon single bond become an, carbon to carbon double bond present, it become in, carbon to carbon triple bond, it become ine. That is called a primary suffix. Then what about secondary suffix? It's very easy. The name of functional group present on a parent chain. Name of functional group present on parent chain. Example, here I am taking if OH is present, alcohol is present, then what is the suffix name? It's ol. It's ol. If aldehyde is present, then what is the suffix name? It's al. If ketone is present, what is the suffix name? It's a on. So what about this all, all, on? These are the suffix name of examples. Here I am taking only 3 examples because the suffixes we should take as a prefixes as well suffixes. Example, if the molecule having alcohol functional group as well aldehyde functional group. So how can we decide which is become last, which is become first? Here we have a rule based on the priority order. Only one functional group should be suffix. Only one functional group should be suffix. The remaining functional group should be prefixes. So if alcohol is there and aldehyde is there, then what about the prefix name of this alcohol? It's hydroxy. It's a hydroxy. When the alcohol is as a major, it's become ol. So we need to know about both. If the functional group as a prefix, then we need to use prefix name. If the functional group as a major, then we need to know about suffix. So if that alcohol is as a major, simply we are writing ol as a suffix. If the alcohol we are taking as a secondary, we are just simply writing a hydroxy based on its position. Means 2-hydroxy, 3-hydroxy like here aldehyde is there. If the aldehyde is major functional group, then we are writing all, including carbon, we are writing carbaldehyde. If this aldehyde is a secondary, then we should write formyl. Like every functional group has prefix name as well suffix name. So when the molecule having a more than one type of functional group, then we need to follow the order. According to that priority order. Most priority functional group become suffix. Second priority functional group become prefix. So for all the functional groups, here we have a prefix name as well suffix name. Based on a molecule, we can write as a prefix, we can write as a suffix based on the priority order. So that we will discuss in the next video. So hope you understand well what are suffixes and what are prefixes, what is word root. So these 2 lectures, that means IUPAC Nomenclature Part 1, IUPAC Nomenclature Part 2, these 2 are very, very important. When you understand these elements, that like a prefixes, suffixes, word root, then only you can write IUPAC name for any molecule. Without this information, without this knowledge, it's very difficult. Even you practice continuously. When you know about these elements, what are the prefixes, what about word root, what are suffixes, then only it's become very easy to write a name of any organic compound. So here after this, we need to learn about functional groups as a prefix, as a suffix. We have the table according to the priority order. I'll give you the table. After that, you need to learn about selection rule of parent chain, to how to numbering to the parent chain. Then what about the order? That we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.